Hello everyone. I thought I'd just press pause for a little while and do a little update on where I'm at because a few changes coming up and I thought it might be quite useful so that you know what's coming up and whether you might want to be involved or not. The first thing is that I'm going to be doing less. I'm taking another gentle step towards retirement. Hubby's dropped to 4 days a week, so we've got a bit more time together. Things we want to do on the house, the garden, we're that sort of age really. And also we've got a camper van, so we do like to get away and see as much of Scotland as we can. That's one of our missions. So really this is to signal that I'm going to be doing less. I'm going to take a break from filming for a couple of weeks because I've got a lot on just at this moment, just getting ready for September. September's always the start of my year. The teacher in me, I've always got to be ready for September. So in September, I'm carrying on with my Patreon. Although I had said it was going to be a year project, it's gone so well. There's about between 27 and 31, kind of fluctuates a little bit, of us doing it. And we've had such a fantastic creative journey. We're working on a book at the moment, which I'm hoping I'm going to show you soon. And we've gone down a right rabbit hole with it, and it's absolutely lovely. So I did a little poll of my patrons, and they're quite keen to carry on, and I'm quite keen to carry on. And if I'm honest, that's going to be my focus. I'm going to try and be around a little bit less across. I've already kind of come off social media. I really use it as a signpost. I'm off Instagram entirely. Just use Facebook as a signpost. But Patreon is changing as well. And I've been given the option to open my Patreon up to followers, which is a free service. So you can pop across and you can follow what I'm doing. And if you want to, you get a sense of it. And then if you want to, you can use the paid subscription option. That's entirely up to you. So it's a little bit like my Facebook feed. So come September, that's where I'll be. You'll find me on Patreon a lot. And if you follow me, I'll pop the link down below. When I open it up in September, then you'll be able to see what I'm doing. But that option isn't open yet. That's a forewarning that that's coming in September, and I suspect that I will disappear a little bit more than I have on Facebook. I really don't like social media now, and I've enjoyed being off it, if I'm really honest. I do like my YouTube. I'm going to carry on with my YouTube. As I say, I'm taking a couple of weeks break from that just so I can get organised. But one of the things I did when my children were young and I had to earn a little bit of money was I was a writer, and my father was a writer before me, and those of you that know my daughter, she's a writer, so it kind of runs in the family, and I've rediscovered it over on my Substack. I'll put a link to my Substack as well below so you can have a little look, and it's opened up my head really, and it's reminded me that writing long form content and sort of is a really good way of getting across what it is that I do as an artist. So I'm going to be producing some written pieces in the form of zines. If you don't know what zines are, they're mini magazines, handmade, and a lot of it will feature my artwork and my thoughts, and I want them to be interactive. I want them to be little teaching tools where people can pick up and think, oh, I'm a bit bored, or I've lost my mojo. Oh, right, I'll read that zine, and I want some activities embedded into each and every zine so that you can go away and give some things a go. As always, they're going to be very heavily influenced by the changing of the seasons. And the first one is due out at the beginning of September, no surprise there. And I'm also going to be doing some writing. Well, I've nearly finished it actually, which I'm delighted about. It's a seasonal journal that will come out once every season, and it will be available on Amazon, and it will be available therefore worldwide, which is nice. And it's really much more than a prompt journal. It's more like an activity book, moving between writing and sketching and painting and printing and so on. So the autumn one again I'm hoping by about the middle of August that will be ready so that people can get it if they want it, and then they've got the whole of autumn to work their way through their journal. So that's nearly finished, and so that's another writing thing that I've been up to. So I shall pop up on Amazon as an author page, and I will pop up with my zines in my Etsy shop, which I'll put a link to below as well. But these things are all starting in September. This is just really forewarning you what I'm up to. And that's it really. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be spending time with my patrons, and I'm going to be spending time on my patron page for my followers, and I'm going to be doing my writing. And YouTube is really something that gathers all that together. And what I've started doing, which you'll see immediately after this little film here, is I've started setting a tray. Now, I get this from a friend, Charlotte, very dear friend Charlotte, who sadly broke her ankle a few years ago. She's fine now. She's doing ballet. She's fine now. But she couldn't really walk about, and she's very creative. So she set a tray, and she put all the things for the day on the tray to stop her having to keep jumping up and down, put the pressure on her ankle. That's always stayed with me, Charlotte's tray. So I've started, as I mean to go on now, I've got a small tray, not as big as Charlotte's, I've got a small tray. I'm setting it up at the beginning of each week, probably at the end of the week, ready for the week to start. And my week tends to start on a Sunday. So it's ready. So I'm showing you what's on my tray, and you can expect that to come up on YouTube quite a lot and in my Patreon going forward. What is on my tray at the beginning of the week, and what have I done with those bits and pieces by the end of the week or the end of the month, or however long I'm working on those projects. So that's it really. It's lovely to have you with me on my channel, and it's lovely. Big wave to my patrons who really make everything happen now. Their little contribution every month has made a big difference to my life. I can plan much more securely, and I hope that I can make a difference to people's lives who are interested in seasonal creativity, because that's very much who I am. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon.